Greetings from New Jersey, the most affluent state and one of the original 13 colonies. It was the third state to ratify the Constitution on December 18, 1787. With 8.7 million residents, it ranks 11th in population.
We're second-class citizens all the way because you're in the shadow of New York City, babe. But it just makes us work harder.
New Jerseyans wake up in the shadow of New York and go to sleep at night in the shadow of Philadelphia.
New Jersey's position between these two massive urban centers is what gave it its nickname, the Garden State. During the Centennial Exposition of 1876, New Jersey's bountiful farmlands were compared to an immense barrel of good things to eat, with New Yorkers grabbing from one end and Pennsylvanians from the other.
New Jersey is one of the leading states for cranberries, for blueberries, of course for tomatoes.
Jersey tomatoes are so famous that I saw Jersey tomatoes last winter in March in Florida. I have no idea where they grew those Jersey tomatoes in March in Florida, but they had them down there.
And not too many people know this, but there are more horses in New Jersey per square mile than any other state in the United States.
With some of the wealthiest horse farms in America, it makes sense that the United States Equestrian Federation trains its international teams in Gladstone. New Jersey can also claim to be the diner capital of America. You'll find more of the eateries here than in any other state.
People always say more diners in Jersey, but they're the best looking diners. You show me a diner that looks better than anyone from New Jersey, you won't see it.
There is not a New Jersey cuisine, but there are New Jersey eateries which are associated with the state, and the New Jersey diner is perhaps the classic institution. Any diner in New Jersey, it's pea soup on Thursdays, and it's normally pretty good.
New Jersey has the highest urban population of any state in America. 90% of its residents live in cities such as Newark, Camden, and Jersey City. No matter where they live, the people here are a diverse lot. By percentage, New Jersey has America's second largest Jewish population, second largest Muslim population, and third largest Italian-American population. Not including, of course, that well-known fictitious Italian family, the Sopranos.
My family came from Italy to Newark, and my grandparents leaving Italy, getting in steerage on a boat, coming to Ellis Island, which is in the state of New Jersey. And it always cracks me up that my Rosario Episcopo in the Provincia di Avellino in Italy said, yeah, we go to Jersey. I mean, how they went there, I don't know, but they went, and we went to Essex County, right outside of Newark, with that great Italian-American base. So we became Americans, but we never, ever forgot our Italian-American heritage.
New Jersey's sense of heritage runs deep, largely due to the state's prominent role in colonial history. Trenton was the site of a crucial early victory during the War for Independence.
In regard to the American Revolution, New Jersey was really the crossroads of that struggle, and George Washington and the Continental Army spent more time in New Jersey than any other state. It's where crucial battles were fought, and one of them was the Battle of Trenton.
The image is etched to the national conscience. On Christmas night, 1776, George Washington led his army across the Delaware River to launch a surprise attack on the British and their Hessian mercenaries.
If you walk down to the banks of the Delaware River today, you'll see that it's only a couple of hundred yards across the actual transit of the river. No big deal in good weather, but the fact that the weather was so bad made even a narrow crossing really something of a nightmare.
Washington gained the victory at the Battle of Trenton by surprising the enemy. By crossing over the Delaware River on Christmas night, he caught the Hessian soldiers while they were sleeping and managed to overwhelm them.
So the entire country really owes a debt to New Jersey.
That debt extends to the realm of American ingenuity. The first practical light bulb, the first phonograph, and more than 1,000 other patented inventions were created in New Jersey, all courtesy of a certified genius named Thomas Edison, the Wizard of Menlo Park.
The labs that he established in New Jersey are considered the forerunner of a modern research and development enterprise.
By 1892, Edison and his research team had also invented the kinetoscope, the first motion picture camera. The following year, Edison built the first movie studio, essentially a tar paper shack, next to his laboratories in West Orange, New Jersey. He brought in daylight through a skylight in the roof and put the entire shack on a turntable to maximize exposure to the sun. In 1903, Edison made a film now considered the first American classic, The Great Train Robbery. Soon, more studios sprung up, including the Champion Film Company, a forerunner of Universal Studios. Fort Lee became the first center of motion picture production in America.
A lot of the great stars of the day did movies in Fort Lee. D.W. Griffiths, the great director, directed films there, and Theda Bara and Douglas Fairbanks. And W.C. Fields filmed his first talking picture in Fort Lee Studios.
The glory didn't last long. By 1915, the movie-making industry was moving to California, attracted by its sunny weather. But New Jersey didn't entirely lose its foothold in show business. Atlantic City and its boardwalk have remained an entertainment destination for over a century.
From Philadelphia to Atlantic City, and it just starts to grow very rapidly.
Alexander Boardman, a railroad conductor, came up with the idea of a wooden promenade to keep the sand out of the railroad cars and hotels. Originally called Boardman's Walk after its creator, it was later shortened to Boardwalk.
It became a place to be seen.
By the 1880s, vacationers could stroll or roll in rickshaw-like carts down the famous boardwalk. They could shop, eat saltwater taffy, or dine in elegant restaurants. Atlantic City gained additional fame when its streets appeared on the board game Monopoly, popularized in the 1930s by Charles Darrow. Naturally, the most expensive property was Boardwalk. Atlantic City also had fantastic nightlife. Its clubs showcased some of the nation's greatest talent.
I tell you what, Frank Sinatra started in Atlantic City. Jerry Lewis, Abbott and Costello, all started in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
By the 1950s, however, the charm of Atlantic City began to fade.
I think Atlantic City declined after World War II because of cheap airfares. People could go to other states. One theory is that air conditioning really hurt Atlantic City because you could go there for the breezes. It was very comfortable in the summer, but once everybody could air condition their house, there was maybe less of a need to travel down to the shore.
In 1976, New Jersey voters gave the boardwalk a boost when they approved casino gambling for Atlantic City. Within a few years, tacky souvenir shops were swept away by glittering casinos and fancy restaurants.
Hey, this Atlantic City's a ring-a-ding place, baby. It's a cuckoo ring-a-ding place. When I go down there, Atlantic City, Sinatra, swing-a-ding, baby.
Look here, I'm talking about America, sweet America.